is Brandon Foster, confidence coach of the top 1%, mindset expert, and you all know this. I love to encourage other badasses. Today, I am joined with the incredible Jennifer Ion. Did I say your last name correctly? Ion? Did I say that right?
Sure. I'm still trying to figure out how to say it 10 years
later. Amazing. And she is here to share her journey through Born to Slay, the Mindset Mastermind with all of you today. Jennifer Boo, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So let's just start off and tell everybody about your backgrounds. You are an entrepreneur. You also have an amazing funding source job. Share a little bit about who you are and your background with everybody.
So I am a career state employee. I started with the state of California when I was 19 years old, and I've been that good soldier. Just go to work, get your job done, go home, the white picket fence dream for retirement. And here I am 33 plus years later, still working for the state of California and no white picket fence. So come COVID, I started realizing, my eyes started opening up, and I started realizing I've allowed my destiny to be placed in other people's hands, meaning the governor's representatives, the labor relations representatives for the department, everybody who doesn't have my best interest at heart. And I thought, you know what, I need to take my own control back. So that's how I started this journey, and one thing led to another, and it just blew up in my face, which is, I'm not complaining at all. But I will tell you, it has been one absolute journey trying to figure out how to go from being that good soldier, having your duty statement put together and having to figure versus figuring it out on your own. Having put everything in place in that entrepreneurial mindset, which I never had, now is kicking into gear big time.
Yeah, it's a completely different mindset. And so what is your entrepreneurial pursuit? What is that?
So I started with thinking that I was going to put together like a digital course program teaching law enforcement how to recruit. I'm thinking law enforcement, earn their like airline miles so that they can have a means to go on a cheap vacation, because a lot of them are family members. They have a lot of expenses on their own. So I thought, well, this would be a good way to start. And then it just snowballed from there. So I have, in a year, I have jumped into careers on vacation. I have gotten my LLC put together. I have got my branding, and I started my own agency, and here I am working for myself. Still have my W-2 job.
Yeah, but you have a funding source, right? When it's time to sever the cord, it's time to sever the cord. And a lot of people feel like they should have guilt or shame around the funding source. Like every badass entrepreneur, business owner, whoever, they always had a 9-to-5 funding source. There was a time when I was an independent contractor, I was a adjunct professor, and pursuing my entrepreneurial journey. So like my friend Amanda Francis, she was babysitting, she was teaching, doing like student psychology or whatever in the school district, and she was Amanda Francis, and she was also cocktail serving. So like it's fine, like you know where it's leading. So tell everybody, what was your biggest win inside? And I also, for you specifically, want to say post Born to Slay, because I feel like when people go through the program, they don't really realize how deep it goes and how it's going to lead to other big wins even later on. So what are your wins that you've experienced from going through the program and after learning the tools in the program?
Oh boy. Well, I will preface this with, I haven't even finished the full container yet. So I know that that's not something that I went into this with, that idea that I thought I was going to stay on task, get it done, because that was one of my things of contracting with myself. I wanted to show up and finish.
Yeah.
But life happened, and I thought, I'm not going to put that extra pressure on just because. So that was actually a celebration for me. I learned that I'm doing this on my timeline as I need to do it. And part of what goes along with that is I recognize that I am a self-saboteur, meaning perfectionism, anxiety when things don't go a specific way. You know, all of those little things build up and they come to control your mindset. And I've wrapped that up in a bow. I mean, I still experience those most definitely, but now I recognize them and I'm able to, that's okay. You know, that's what you need to do. You can have that fear, but we're going to do this dance and we're going to get through this no matter what. So that has been a big win. And I'm not even finished with the damn container.
Well, I love your honesty, and I think that makes me excited because it means that the wins are only gonna get bigger and only get better since you have more of that work to do. And it's also like, even if you had finished the container, this is the other thing I want people to know when they watch this, is even if you were to finish the entire container, you're going to do the whole container all over again and over again and over again and over again, because that's the way it's designed. It's designed to help you on every single level. So what have been the practical wins? You know, you change your mindset. So you talked about perfectionism, that kind of stuff. So what have you been able to accomplish in a practical way that you're like, I don't know if I ever would have done this if I hadn't had these tools and resources that I've utilized so far?
One thing I do want to add to the last question real fast is letting go.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah. So real quick note, you sent me the book, Letting Go.
Yeah, as a bonus. Yeah.
Yes. So a coworker was really going through it. And I thought, okay, I'm not reading this right now because I had Amanda Francis first. And so I loaned it to her. And you sent me another book, the same Letting Go. And I'm thinking, did he send me two of the same? And then I realized it's not a mistake. That was by design. Whether he knew it or not,
I did not know it.
So I want to thank you for sending me two, because now I have one at home and I have one at work.
Wow, that is amazing.
So yeah, so thank you.
Absolutely, that's fantastic.
So as far as like the practical things, the first thing I would say that comes to mind is when I jumped into this program, the reason why I did it was because you have a very real, honest, authentic way about you. And I truly treasure that type of interaction. I can respect it. So because of that, and then hearing you say, I think you were on a Facebook Live one day and you said, why not? Why not now? Why wait? And at that point in my life, I was very young in I was non-entrepreneurial mindset. I was still trying to figure out how to get there, get that clarity. And I had a decision ahead of me of if I was going to be a vendor at a live event for officer safety and wellness. And it would have been huge. It's with the International Association, you know, all that. And you said that and it resonated. I'm like, why am I waiting? Why am I fucking waiting? So I paid the money. I found the money. I didn't have the money. I found it. And I got everything together and I went and did it. And I just had an amazing confidence time. You know, of course, there were the self-doubts of what the hell did I do to myself? Why did I do this now? I'm not ready. My processes aren't in place. My workflow, all those things. And I thought, oh, fuck it, I'm going. He said, why wait? I'm going. So I did it. That's one big practical thing. And I got leads. I got a lot of great interaction, and I'm going to the next one in March.
Yay! Oh my God, we're stacking. I just did a post the other day where people conquer their fear, but they put too much time between when they do that thing again. And what happens is like you ride the Velocicoaster, right? And then you like overcome that fear of riding that scary roller coaster, but then you don't go to the park for like a year or 2 years. You've forgotten how easy it was for you to overcome. And it starts to like get scary all over again, which is why repetition and consistency is so important.
Yeah.
That is a great example of a practical win. What other practical wins off the top of your head would you be willing to share?
I think the idea of me, an adult lifetime of not showing up for myself, not following through, finishing whatever, I'm there now. Like I create a list, not overwhelming list, and I actually do it on the back of envelopes that I receive in the mail. You know, there's great free scratch paper, so I'm writing my list for the day, and I carry it and I cross it off, and I'm actually getting things done. I'm making advancements, and to the point where if something in the universe thinks it's going to derail me, and it's not a derailment any longer, it's like I need to figure out how to work through this. I'm going to work through this. I just had this experience Monday, actually. Technology is not my thing. I'm 52 and a half year, almost 53 years old, and technology just pisses me off to no end sometimes. And it was really at a point where it could have gotten to me where I would have thrown everything through the window. And I thought, I walked away and I went back and I'm like, no, there's a way. And I did it. I persevered. Within 24 hours, I figured it out.
That's fantastic. That's amazing.
So basically, I think the to sum it up is showing up for myself and not letting go, not allowing anything to derail me.
That's fantastic. Now, one of the things that I'm always curious about is what people found to be surprising inside of Born to Slay, because there's a little bit of mystery before you do any kind of course or any kind of coaching program, because you hear about it, you see the testimonials, you know, you worked with me and like a kind of a group coaching setting and listened to some other videos through Careers on Vacation. So I'm just curious, you know, for people who maybe they have gone through Careers on Vacation, or maybe they've just seen my podcast, maybe they've just seen my you know, my trainings inside of the Confident Facebook group. What surprised you about the program?
I don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for, but I feel like it's the right answer. So
I'm not looking for anything. I have no idea. The last testimonial that I filmed earlier today, they said they loved my one-on-one coaching and they knew that when I burped, something good was going to happen. So at this point, I have no idea what's going to come out of people's mouths. So you said it's the right answer. I trust it's the right answer. It's on your heart to share. So share it.
Well, more than half the time, I don't even know what's going to come out of my mouth until it does. So we're right there, same. So I think it's a couple of things. One of them is, oh Lord, I already forgot. One key component that really was a surprise for me, not necessarily in the container itself, but what came out of it, was understanding my fear of being seen, not showing up publicly. And that was a huge component in pushing me forward. It was actually very much holding me back. So once you worked me through, I don't want to say you chastised me a couple of times, but you gave me exactly what I needed.
Tough love, truthful love.
Yes, like I said, respect, mad respect for it, because it was perfect. And that pushed me through to understand that it's not about me not wanting to be seen for my own fear elements that I recognize for the job that I do, but rather I need to be seen because there's other people out there that are same me as me in what we do for work, and they need help. So
I love that. Very, very articulate in your response. And yeah, I've said it a bazillion times before. If you don't feel safe to be seen, You might show up on social media, but you're showing up hiding. And if you're hiding, people can't find you. And for you, I'm just going to say this, one of your big things for you is you actually change your profile picture to be you.
I remember you told me you almost peed your pants when you saw it.
I did. Which was like, I was like, oh my, it's her real face. Like, she's not a balloon anymore because you had a smiley face balloon, which is like, that is your heart. Like, that is your personality, but it's not you. That is definitely a hiding version of you, right? It's like, I'm here because I care and I love people, but it's not you. And so that was beautiful.
Well, I want to say for that balloon is dear to my heart for a couple of reasons, because it was part of the decoration that a coworker did, that she blew up my entire cubicle one year for my birthday. And that coworker was my mentor in this job. And she
Wow.
subsequently had some mental and health issues and ended up not being around any longer. So that
Wow.
balloon was actually dear to me.
Oh, I have no doubt that balloon was dear to you, right? It was a piece of you,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the full piece of you. You know what I
Yes, so I
mean?
had to move on. So I
And
actually, at work, I hid behind her on the job as well. So there's a multi-layer behind that
I see
balloon.
that. Yeah, absolutely. So, besides the possible burping, which apparently is a thing, what can people expect from working with me one-on-one? Because this is one of the rare ways that you can work with me one-on-one as a coach and mindset expert. What was the secret sauce? How would you describe that to people?
I think the thing that really hits home with me, what I expected from you from every call, whether it be one-on-one with me or group or just live, is the way you show up. You show up very authentically, very personably, and you pay attention. You really hit home because you're not just a figure of your business that's untouchable, unreachable. You're right there present with me, whether it's the one-on-one direct or somehow you get to me. You find your way when you need to.
I appreciate that very much. Very, very much. So the second to last question is, it's an investment in yourself to do a program like this, and it can be a little bit scary. What would you say to someone who is on the fence trying to make that decision? What would you say to them?
Get out of your own way. That's all it really boils down to. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I remember just doing my taxes last week, and I wrote down, because I guess careers on vacation, and you were my major training output money
Uh-huh.
wise.
Yeah.
And so, of course, he was asking me, what's this? There's a lot of money here between the two of these. What is this? And I'm like, don't worry about it. Those are my trainings that got me to where I'm at right now in this business. You know,
I love
I
it.
don't know how else to say it. I have zero regrets. And
Hey,
and I will tell you, because of my changed mindset, because of starting my Amanda, working through her stuff, and just having your voice resonating, like you're like an earworm in me. By the way, because of that, with my debt that I have complained over and over and over again, that
yeah.
I hated my job, but I have to stay here because of well, I don't hate my job, but I hate, certain things. But I have to stay here because of my debt. I have thus far in the last couple of months paid off 2 bills, and I'm about to pay off 2 more.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you. That is huge.
Yeah.
That
But
is huge.
I will say that wouldn't have happened had I not fixed my mindset to where I can actually show up for me, for my business, and for my clients, my future clients.
Oh, that is awesome. I love that so much. That's gonna be difficult to add on to, but is there anything else that you want to share to the people that are watching this?
I just am very appreciative. I love having you as a tool in my tool belt because it's like having an arsenal for against the world sometimes. So I'm extremely appreciative of you. And I really feel like I am moving forward in just the last few months incredibly because of the things that I've adjusted internally.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Jenny Boo. I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful I got to be part of your journey. And I can't wait to see how much further you'll go. You know, tend to your consistency is the most important thing with mindset, right? Making sure new weeds don't grow, that you pull them up, and that you continue to build off of your harvest and your fruit and everything that you have. And I can't wait to see how big the garden grows. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I appreciate you and I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you. Ditto.
All right. Bye, Boo.
Bye.